Coby White just dropped a career-high 42 points, and this game was a perfect showcase of White's much improved ball handling and finishing, which I think has played the biggest factor to his game blowing up this season. Now, when jumping back and looking at White's film from last year, it was pretty apparent that Coby was a really passive driver, commonly avoiding contact and settling for these pushed out floaters. And with the ball in open space, White did have pretty good pace and navigation, but he was never looking to play physical and generate layups and fouls at the rim. You'll see him here turn the corner off the screen, and instead of aggressively stepping into this big's body and trying to carve out a finishing angle towards his left, White is going to instead step out and settle for this difficult fadeaway. Statistically, last year, White was averaging under 2 field goal attempts at the rim per game, but when jumping forward to this year, that number has more than doubled.
Here's White, standing between two.
When playing downhill, Coby now loves to seek out contact, commonly attacking right into the defense's body and forcing the ball up to draw fouls. You'll see him here drop down into this between cross and attack towards the baseline. And as the defense slides and tries to wall off his drive, notice how Coby is going to lean his entire body into this defender's chest to then pick up and step through to earn a trip to the free throw line. Now on this play, you'll see White working off the screen, and as the defense tries to fight over, Coby's going to veer back into his body to then bump his way into the paint and get into this 2-foot floater. When creating these attacking angles, White also likes to use his off arm to swipe and get leverage into these drives. This move here is tough, where Coby is going to hesitate off this screen by skipping off his right foot, then he replants it to push himself downhill. But as Coby sets up this drive, notice how he's also going to use his off arm to pull himself downhill.
White into the lane.
This is a nice counter off that move, where White's going to again swipe with his off arm and lower his shoulders selling the drive. And when he gets this big's hips to open up, Coby's going to stop on a dime and pop up for this jumper. And then White's improved strength also stretches out to the perimeter, where he has the ability to both absorb bumps with the ball, plus the lower body stability to plant and create attacking angles.
Player for his class, and guys,
You'll see DeJounte Murray here slide and cut off White's initial attack. But watch how Coby's going to decelerate off his left foot and slide the ball behind his back. Then he's going to step through for this beautiful Euro step. And this is now a good time to transition and talk about White's footwork and finishing in the paint. Coby has added a variety of Euro steps and strides into his bag, which he can use to step through traffic and create finishing angles. You'll see him here first lose the defense on the perimeter with this rocker step, where Coby first brings the ball across his frame and shifts his way to his left foot. Then he explodes into this right-hand drive. And as the help side slides over, White's going to pick up off his left foot and step into this Euro. And Coby can also get into this move without stopping his momentum. Watch him here explode through this gap. And as he's coming downhill, White's going to again pick up the ball off his left foot to then use his next 2 steps to extend past the help side. I also like this move here, where Coby's going to again step into this Euro, but now he's going to decelerate off his second step, which throws off his timing and lifts the defense up, allowing Coby to draw this foul. And White can also use these strides to create passing angles in the paint. Watch him here pick up and step into this open space, which collapses the defense and sets up this 3 on the opposite wing. So because White now has the speed, strength, and skill to be a really good slasher, he can now leverage that downhill threat to create space for his outside shooting. On this play, you'll see White catch the swing pass, and notice how DeJounte Murray has both feet well below the 3, which allows White to simply rise up into this jumper. And we didn't see much of it in this game, but White this year has also massively improved his 3-point shooting off the dribble. Last year, Coby was shooting under 30% on all his pull-up threes, but this year, that number has taken a massive jump. Now, White gets most of his pull-up threes in pick and roll, where he has the ability to comfortably rise up going both right and left. And this allows him to punish any kind of soft coverage by the defense. If teams try to run any kind of drop coverage, White has the ability to quickly attack into open space and settle his feet behind the line for a pull-up. And then another big factor to White's outside shooting is going to be his range. Coby has no problem rising up from 30 feet. If the on-ball defense tries to sneak under any of his ball screens, Coby has the ability to launch up shots from the logo. Now White also has the ability to generate these pull-ups in isolation. One of his go-to moves is his left to right between step back, where White casually brings the ball through, then he plants off his right foot to separate back into his shot. And White's improved strength also adds to his outside scoring, being able to work his man down below the 3 to then separate back for his jumper. You'll see him here attack to his right and get cut off by the defense, but White from here has the ability to absorb this bump and plant his outside foot to snatch the ball through. Then he's able to organize his feet and rise up for a balanced jumper. So because White is a real scoring threat from deep, the defense is forced to step up and meet him as soon as he crosses half court, which then makes it easier for him to initiate these downhill drives. On this play, you'll see this defender step up and fight over this ball screen, while this big is also forced to step up and respect White's pull-up threat. But White from this spot has the foot speed to get the easy blow-by. You can see the same effect on this play, where the on-ball defense is again forced to fight over this ball screen, which gives White all this space to attack this big one-on-one. And Coby's gonna hit a nice move by pushing the ball across towards the middle, then pro-hopping back towards his right. And White's outside shooting in his last game also played a big factor to him constantly getting downhill. Notice how aggressively the defense is gonna jump out, allowing White to transfer the ball between and slice through the defense to extend to the rim. So because White has the ability to both play downhill and pop pull-up threes, he commonly draws 2 defenders off of these ball screens, which then opens up his passing. You'll see him here turn the corner off the screen, and notice how he pulls this big across the paint, opening up this dime back to the roller. And White also has the ability to read the weak side of the floor. Watch him here read this help side defender sliding across the paint, opening up this baseball pass to the opposite corner.
DeRozan, you bet.
So overall, I think Coby White has improved pretty much every part of his offensive game. He's a much more aggressive and physical downhill driver, plus he's also added a bunch of depth to his finishing bag. And then on the perimeter, White has also been a much more consistent outside shooter, being able to effectively create shots both in isolation and in pick and roll. And then all that scoring in return opens up White's passing. I think Coby White this year has definitely made a case for most improved player. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think of Coby White's game. The Kids here.